They laughed at him every day, called him stupid, mocked his silence, and thought he was a disgrace to his wise father. But what they didn't know was that the fool was winning a silent game no one else could see. In a world where people chase attention, this boy chose silence. In a kingdom obsessed with gold, he picked silver. And everyone thought he was crazy, except him. In that kingdom, people respected loudness, admired sharp words, and bowed to those who seemed confident. But sometimes, the loudest ones are the most unsure inside. And sometimes, the quietest ones are quietly building something big. This boy wasn't just silent. He was dangerous, in a way no one noticed, because he understood something most grown men hadn't. Patience is a weapon when you know what you're doing. In a distant land, the king's most trusted advisor was a wise old minister, known for his calm mind and deep thinking. Every major decision, whether about wars, economy, or justice, was taken only after he spoke. His presence brought balance to the court. But with that respect came jealousy. Other ministers, dressed in silk and wearing golden chains, didn't like his growing influence. They smiled in front of him, but waited for a chance to bring him down. And that opportunity, they believed, was his son. A boy who seemed too simple, too quiet, and too foolish to belong to a family of wisdom. The boy never interrupted, never tried to impress, and never responded to mockery. But one day, during a relaxed gathering, the king decided to test him. He offered him a gold coin and a silver coin and asked, "Which one is more valuable?" The boy looked at both and picked silver. The entire court burst into laughter. The king, amused, decided to turn this into a daily game. Every morning he'd offer the 2 coins again. And every time, without hesitation, the boy picked silver. His silence became entertainment for the court. The ministers grinned, thinking the old minister's legacy would now fade because of this foolish child. That evening, when the minister came home, he asked his son gently, "Do you really not know the difference between gold and silver?" The boy looked at him calmly and replied, "I do. Gold is more valuable." Confused, the minister asked, "Then why do you keep choosing silver in front of the king? Why let them laugh at you every day?" The boy didn't argue. He quietly walked to his room and opened a drawer. Inside were rows of silver coins, each one from a different day. "If I had picked gold once," he said, "the game would have ended. But by choosing silver every day, I keep the game going. I'm not just collecting coins. I'm collecting time, learning patience, and understanding people. Let them think I'm a fool. It only helps me stay unnoticed." The minister was speechless. All these years, he had been praised for his wisdom. Yet here was his own son, quietly mastering something even deeper. Not knowledge, but strategy. The kind of wisdom that doesn't show off, doesn't seek validation, and doesn't need applause. From that day on, the minister never defended his son again. He didn't need to. When others laughed, he smiled, because he now understood. Those who are truly wise don't speak to win arguments. They act to win in life. And the boy, underestimated by all, was already far ahead in that game. And maybe that's the lesson for us all. In a world where people show off for attention, where noise is mistaken for power and silence for weakness, remember this boy. Remember that real strength is not in proving others wrong loudly, but in proving yourself right quietly. So if you're being laughed at, misunderstood, or doubted, don't worry. Stay calm. Stay focused. Let your results speak when the time is right. Because in the end, silence isn't the absence of power, it's the presence of control.